This is my shows section where you can see my current podcast shows and the ones that I'm working on as drafts. You can access any of them and see the episodes that I have created so far and different settings, and everything's prepared to publish on Spotify. This one is currently disabled because I haven't confirmed the episodes. I can just generate more from here with AI or by typing the title here, so the AI can generate them automatically. For voices, I can just use the standard voices or the custom ones, and you can even clone your own. You can just get the RSS feed in case you want to publish the podcast somewhere else, not on Spotify, and you can also download the podcast from here. So if you go to one that's already live and created, here you can see that this one has 4 episodes, and this is just the description that will show on Spotify, and you can edit basically any details here about the podcast. You can also play them or download the different episodes. Here we have like different options in case you want to do something else with the audio tracks. And this is how you manage basically your podcast. Here you can see the duration. This is also live on Spotify in case you want to check it out. And this is the list of episodes. Something interesting is here the Autopilot option, where you can just click on it, and if I just enable it, it will allow me to publish a number of episodes per day based on the prompt. So it will basically take the current titles for the podcast, and the AI will generate more episodes based on the current context and style of the podcast. I'll just disable it for now. And here we have some drafts as well, where you can see that it's able to create the podcast show in many different languages. So when I'm ready and I'm happy with the list of episodes, I can just click on generate podcast, and the podcast will come back to this list. So you can either start creating a podcast show with AI. Here we have got some suggestions. You have got here the list of languages that are currently supported and some ideas here. You can also create a podcast manually if you prefer to have more control over the initial show. And that's basically this section. Here you have got the shows, and you can generate also standalone episodes from here. Basically, I just create one podcast show. I can just use any website. I'll use AutoContent API website. So I just click on continue the settings, and here I have got like many different options to choose, like voices, if I want to publish the episode on a specific day, and the style. You can see a little bit about each one of them. You can also in this menu select the language, the podcast show I can allocate this episode to, duration, and projects, which we will explain later, that this is basically to give a common context. Like for example, if you have got business and you have got some data about this business, you can make sure that this instead of typing the context every time on the instructions, you can just choose your project, and the podcast will also already take this into consideration automatically. Once you're done, you can just click on create episode, or you can just show the API request in case you want to do this outside of this platform.